Hi everybody, I'm Seamus.
I'm Josh.
I'm Rootsgarn.
I'm Chris, and when are we going to finish this? Is this over? Are we done?
We're ending it in this session. This session is going to be the end of Kotor. Might not be the end of Kotor in 1 week. We're going to fucking finish this video game today.
Strongly in
I think
favor
we're all
of,
shocked. We're all shocked by how much we came to resent this game by the end of it.
I know. This used to be one of my favorites. I have all these positive memories of it, and now all I remember is, oh, we're fighting another Cath Hound? Are you kidding me? Oh,
Maybe doing
geez,
Kashyyyk so early was not a great choice, because I think that's where stuff started to turn around.
In retrospect, the game's combat really doesn't fit with a lot of what it was attempting to do, because the combats are not very interesting. They're very repetitive, and even just the circumstances around the combats are repetitive. Go ahead, Chris.
Let's take this combat and make it the central point of BioWare's next franchise. That's what we need to do.
It's even worse. They took World of Warcraft combat, which in my opinion is even more boring than this kind of combat, and they made it the center of their MMO.
Yeah,
about
that's a
storytelling.
good point. As much as I got tired of watching this, I don't mind playing. It's not great now, but I would rather play through this game twice than play any more of the Old Republic, the MMO. That thing has boredom you can feel in your back teeth. Oh, it's just so bad.
Hey, Candace, how's it going? All right,
It's kind of boredom that gives you a headache very slowly. It's kind of boredom that makes your spine hurt because you realize that in playing it, you've slumped down your chair.
Yeah.
So at this point, I want to go get the in-game equipment by going to Yavin. But you actually need to go and trigger everything with Yavin. Yavin is like this weird DLC where they added an item shop on the 360 version and they just packed it in with the PC version, I think. And there's cool, really good equipment there, but you have to go there 3 times in a row, which involves going there and back and there and back.
Whoa, are you
Fortunately,
telling me
I did
that there's
before we started this? So
you're telling me
imagine
there's
that everything
OP
I just
equipment?
said just happened.
You're telling me there's OP equipment in DLC?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
2003 DLC, too.
Bad trend.
Yeah, good thing that blew over and that was just a temporary thing and not an ongoing. Good thing that habit didn't stick around.
I could have sworn we'd been here before during the Let's Play, but when I went here to check out if I was able to get it, it played the initial, you're new here, what's going on
What
stuff,
is the,
so I
okay,
don't know.
this has always bothered me. Why do you have to open up 3 doors in a row? What are those
It's
first
dumb.
2 doors
It's-
for?
You
Why?
need to take time to get here.
Why?
Anyway,
Why
this is
did-
this Rhodian dude who lives alone on this station in orbit-bound Yavin. Scavenges stuff from the war against
And these
Exar Kun.
Trandoshans waited until 3 Jedi literally walked into the room to spring their ambush.
Yeah.
Oh, Red
Are
Scar.
they Trandoshans or
Good.
Trandoshans?
Trendoshans is the pronunciation I've always heard. Alright.
Oh, sorry, what was the Rootsgarn, Chris?
So I went on the the Star Tours ride over the past week,
Dear God.
and
Nerd.
while in line, I couldn't stop but laughing hysterically, and everyone stared at me in line, because at one point they basically do a generic airport announcement of remember to pack your bags and do to whatever, generic airport announcements for the Star Tours. But then they repeat it again in what I assume to be Twi'lek, and I just couldn't help but picture you saying that stuff, and I burst into laughter, and everyone turned and stared at me, so be thankful for that.
Can I say, I don't think we have heard that line a single time in this Let's Play. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I don't think we've heard a single Twi'lek say, Chiku Hidao Hedonga Wankampe Chupane Mulera.
They didn't
weird,
say
'cause
exactly that, but
Right, but I swear, that was the only line I ever heard when I played. That's the one that sticks in my head.
I was really looking forward to the point where, a Twi'lek would say that. And I'd be like, see, I wasn't making that up.
I'm sure we've heard it.
I'm sure we have
I've
to,
been
especially
listening for
on
it.
Dantooine. On Dantooine, we talked to so many Twi'lexes.
Maybe it was there when I wasn't there that week. Maybe that's when it happened.
Yeah, you missed a week. You missed a few weeks.
I wish Neelix voiced a Twi'lek so Seamus could call it Neelix the Twi'lek.
So,
Twi'leks.
obviously we're sick of this, so you're going to join us next week where we'll be playing the Old Republic as a party of
No, we're
Imperial
not
agents.
doing that. I played the Old Republic with Jarenth for a while, recently, and I played a Jedi Knight and he played a Jedi Consular.
Wow,
And,
you must either really love or really hate Jaren to play the Old Republic with him.
I mean, it's a very complex relationship involving, like, mutual trolling or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm stunned. That's new. Anyway, like, they changed the game recently so that if you're a subscriber, especially, like, even free-to-play people can do this, you can basically just play the whole fucking game as just story missions and not do anything else, and still stay, like, level competitive. And that threw into relief just how stupid the story is. So we ended up getting to this point where, like, after the initial, you get off Tython bits.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why wouldn't they do that? Like, I understand that maybe it's retro MMO design, but having played Destiny, why wouldn't you do that from the beginning? Why wouldn't you, especially in this cinematic experience with tons of voice
They wanted it to be a sub-game at one point, where people would subscribe and it would have a World of Warcraft style, like, people just keep playing it.
Yeah, but like, I understand that, but like, Destiny, it has a lot of, well, until recently at least, a highly retained player base, and you can finish the story there.
You only say that because we haven't played it in a couple months.
That's an excellent lesson. This is exactly the lesson what does Destiny have? No story, but really strong core mechanics. What does the Old Republic have? Really strong story, where they've got a lot of it, but absolutely bullshit boring mechanics.
No, okay, so the story became like...
is worse than no story.
No,
A lot of good story is better than no story any day. But a lot of story, I won't take that bet.
Oh, let's play Pazik. Let's not
the point being...
So
oh, go ahead.
So we got into the story a bit. We played like a good 30 hours of the Old Republic, I'd say, over 2 months.
Poor man.
And the story very quickly became we went to like 5 or 6 different planets. The story very quickly became like, okay, we're done with Korriban, we're done with Coruscant, or not Korriban and Coruscant, Tython and Coruscant, whatever. These fucking planet names, who cares? And now we're gonna go and we're gonna do the Act 1 story stuff. And the Act 1 story stuff was like, I'd get on a planet, like, hey, by the way, the Republic was making a super weapon here, and it turns out the Sith stole it. And then you go to another planet, oh, by the way, the Republic was making a super weapon here, and it turns out the Sith stole it. Then you go to another planet, and, oh, by the way, the Republic was making a super weapon here, and the Sith stole it. And Jared's story was...
Is it the same weapon, or they just made a bunch of super weapons? No, it's
different. The Republic was making a plethora of planet-killing super weapons, apparently everywhere. I mean, this is explained by the stuff on Coruscant, because apparently the chief scientist was actually a Sith spy, I guess. Whatever.
It was a
who cares?
But and then Jared's story. Why doesn't he just go and work for the Sith? He's gonna be their best scientist.
I don't know. He wanted
to
make a bunch of super weapons so that the Sith could steal them. I guess.
Why not just make them in the Sith base so that the Republic won't also have them?
And this happens 4 times. And And then the consular story that was Sharon's story, we would go to a planet and it would be like, okay, here there's a Jedi Master on this planet. He's going kind of crazy. You got to go stop him and save him. Then the next planet, there's a Jedi Master on this planet. And they're going kind of crazy. You got to go stop him and save him. Then the next planet, there's a Jedi Master on this planet. They're going kind of crazy. You should probably take care of that. And that was just like repeating these stupid story bits over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I just kind of gave up.
It's amazing.
It was terrible.
Tell the same story again and again. That's sort of makes me sad that I abandoned my Let's Play. Although glad also.
Yeah.
Let's get these Dex gauntlets. Let's sell some more stuff here. So
It's
the
just
advantage
weird.
of coming
Did
here
they
late in the
really
game is
hit a
there's
brick
just a ton of
wall
stuff
with
to sell.
MMO combat like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's like the main thing that keeps me from playing them is
Guild Wars 2.
it feels
I'll
like-
stand up for Guild Wars 2. That was fun.
It depends on what
Was
you
it
call
though?
an MMO.
I never even finished that game. I didn't get to max level in that game. I got so fucking bored.
Like, if
Yeah,
you count
but, I mean,
Planet Side 2 or what was the giant shooter on the PlayStation 3, or even to some degree Destiny, depends on what you define as an MMO, but there's MMOs with decent combat.
That's true. I mean, the Elder Scrolls Online tried something different. It's just it didn't do well.
Ugh, didn't work for me at all.
Yeah, I played
Of
that
course,
game
we
for a
can't
while.
teleport back to
Actually,
the Yavin Hawk.
you know, I heard people mention that the game crashes every so often. My major complaint with that game is that it did not crash often enough.
Now, is he going to shut all these doors and make us open them all again when we come back?
We're never coming back, so there's that.
Oh, good.
Okay, so what we've got is now we've got the end game like super crystals, which are really cool lightsaber crystals.
Oh yeah.
Please tell me
What
they're
these crystals
purple.
do is they change the properties of all the upgrade crystals put in the thing. They're not purple, but they're kind of cool colors. Mumbles would really like this one, but she
Oh, yeah,
took Nick to the hospital,
cyan one, yeah.
and that's why she's not here. So
I do like that the colors are unique colors. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we want.
Why this guy has Jedi crystals is a mystery.
Let's do Damned and.
Like, I'll just set up shop here and hope Jedi show up.
No, let's do Sigil. No, actually, let's do Solari. Also, Rutskarn, should I just switch to a normal-sized lightsaber at this point? Is there any point to having a short lightsaber for the balanced bonus?
It's
I believe
pretty
it does
trivial
give
at
you an
this
extra.
point.
Oh, does it?
It gives an extra +2. So it gives an extra +2 if you use a short lightsaber.
I just got
I
a
know
bunch
this.
of Dex gauntlets, or like a super Dex gauntlets, so like fuck that.
I know this because I'm playing a 2-weapon specialist character in Pathfinder currently. I'm level 3. I do 45 damage a turn.
To quote Captain Kirk, is that a lot?
Let's see. I have about 12 hit points.
Alright, so now we've got ridiculously awesome super lightsabers, blue and orange, you know.
I remember the blue and orange, and I remember it annoyed me because I couldn't get them that matched. I always wanted another blue one like that. Once, you know, I'm like, okay, this is the best lightsaber in the game, but I only have one of them, and I didn't like having... Because I made everybody's outfit match their lightsabers, and lightsabers match each other. And then you can't do that with the end game stuff. I still love the look of the Ebon Hawk. That is a gorgeous
by
and
the
very
way-
Star Wars looking ship.
Remember that part, Seamus, where I said, like, I couldn't understand what happened to all the random encounters with, like, Sith fighters?
Yeah.
It's a good thing I skipped that whole part where I unlocked this in the game, because I got that on every single hyperdrive jump when I was going to Yavin and going back 3 times. So you missed all that great fun combat.
Oh yeah, Darth Malik. This never sat well with me.
Pain screen sound almost hilarious.
This never sat well with me. Turning someone to the dark side through torture, that feels like a lame cheat. Like, wouldn't they just want to kill you after? Like, this isn't really playing around with dark side, light side, is it? The game's been hinting that she has this weakness for the dark side, that she's got too much pride, and that she's just a little too arrogant. And then this doesn't, he's not taking advantage of that. He's just torturing her. It feels wrong for her character arc, and it feels unearned. A heel turn that's completely unearned, and it never worked for me. And it always felt like he should have had something to tempt her with.
It would have been much better if it had turned out, like, this doesn't fit within the structure of the story at all. But she seemed like the sort of person that would go to the dark side in the same way that Revan did. Like, she would take action where other people would urge caution and, you know, and do things in a sort of headstrong, reckless sort of manner, and become and fall to the dark side in that way. You know, like discarding morality slowly in favor of the end goal.
Anything. What should have happened for her turn over to the dark side was he should have unbuckled her from that table, and she should have fried him with force lightning,
and then become the new Malik.
Like, that's when she would have turned to the dark side, is if it would have let her get revenge for someone who took away her dignity.
Yeah.
The Starforge. I've never seen anything like
Yeah, that would have been a better turn. Also, I like the paralleling with her with where she wants to follow Revan. Maybe she's sore of how things turned out, and that you're the big hero, and she doesn't like being your sidekick.
I think it would have been even more interesting if she was a Jedi Padawan back when Revan left initially, but Revan didn't ask her to come or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, she got passed up.
And she was sore about that. There are just so many better ways to handle it than Malik tortures her and turns her evil. Just felt like a cheat. And it didn't feel like a very good plan. It doesn't make Malik seem clever. It doesn't make her turn seem genuine. It doesn't make her, if you bring her back, it doesn't seem genuine. What, she's just over the torture now? It just doesn't work character-wise, and I find it very unsatisfying.
Guess I spoke too soon.
Not as unsatisfying as this.
It's funny how this was simultaneously sort of cool and really annoying from day one.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the sequel, so...
Some kind of disruptor field. All my instruments are jammed. We've got massive overloads in all systems. I'm picking up a single planet in this system. I'll try and put us down there.
Alright. This time he's definitely not going to crash the ship on a planet. This time for sure.
As long as he hits the planet.
I forgot this particular scene. That's a really cool scene.
It's Ilos? Is that the name of the fucking Mass Effect planet? With the...
That was
all the
a good job, Karth. You landed like a champion.
Yeah, I guess it is Ilos. It doesn't have, like, big stone temples, but...
It does, actually, but not Ilos.
We're lucky we made it down in one piece. But if I can't find
the planet where you shoot Rex, or
get the Yavin Hawk airborne again.
Alex
Vermeer. Yeah, it's more
Vermeer. Oh God damn it.
Oh, we never got rid of those Gizka.
I noticed the holes of many
But now they're like, this is apparently where they came from, so they all naturally get off the strip on their own. So, yay.
The Cathar's right. This planet's a technological...
Okay, I respect that
still
they
not
set up
wearing any
this...
clothes.
Why is Candace naked? I'm not complaining.
Did you miss that part?
Even if we get the stabilizers fixed, we have to find and disable the source of that
Maybe?
disruptor field before we can take off. Otherwise, we'll just end up crashing
Anyway,
again.
you know, I respect that they set up this whole joke with the Gizka, where they have the Gizka and they're on the ship and they're annoying and then they leave at this point, and then they let you resolve the joke earlier by pawning them off on Manon. Like, that's, you know, it's kind of a lame joke, honestly, and it's cool that they don't force it on you, where they at least give you, like, sort of a side passage where you can ditch it if you're not very amused.
Yeah.
Because this feels like exactly the kind of dumb joke a later generation game would rub in your faces because it's the only thing the writers can think of.
Yes. And it would have just wore out its welcome.
And the Sith will be invincible.
Bastila would never turn to the dark side, say that.
I'm not even I'm that stupid.
Bastila would never plunge off.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Bastila would never plunge into the ravine of dark side that she's been gallivanting on for this entire game.
There may yet be hope for her.
Cut to 2 weeks ago. Do you ever just want to kill people? Just innocent people.
We investigate that temple to the east.
Why? Oh, I don't know.
Malik,
Just the hell that I
she's
thought-
like, I'm imagining a scene where like Malik is sort of disturbed by how evil she is.
Yes.
He's like, oh, this was a bad idea.
It's so great to watch Mission and Karth talk to each other, and they're both like, I sure hope the other person's standing in front of me because I can't see shit.